and said, training to be able to forecast thinking in a sense, because now on another level it is getting warmer out, so now I'm hot. It goes all on me. Kind of have to, what it is as a playlist example. I mean, the common thread, usually the title being indicative of that. Given that's all you're going off of, but usually some details help as well. But even without all that, you should be able to see the corresponding elements between videos, and the reason why I do it all is, distinguishing purposes, and that kind of thing also helps, because even sometimes connections can be distracting in their amazingness. You never saw that one thing in a video before, but now in this context it makes some sort of sense in a way. But overall, it's talking about time, span, how things are, the order of the lineup, even like a train of thought is order, a lineup of how things came together. You can see all that, and then still make these distinctions. And given a certain thing, a certain idea, a certain word, and find its relevance around you, surround sound, sense, going back to all that. Taking into account what time of day it is, kind of, Socratic thinking in that sense. This, that, how does it apply currently now? Without, evaluating someone on that level at all times, which is not always. So I think YouTube and playlists, and when I put something up also sometimes has no relevance, and something has all the relevance in the world. That's a distinction to make. For you to know even the difference between good and evil. So the saying, there's stone, and then there's the model coming out of that, and then there's the photographer taking a picture of her posing. There's three out of stone, out of concrete. And it almost gets left up to the third party, but I think just speaks to fundamental human nature and distinguishing yourself from another, and there's just even objectively usually a villainizing of the other going on, because we tend to think that the way that we do things is the way to do it, right? But that's a scale. Vertical and horizon scale, chemical process, physics, creating that wave and scale and flux as it goes across, importance, load high, tide, notes, in relevance to one's personal life. This isn't it what's most personal that we kind of really take in and process, and sometimes allow to change us or change our perspective, but beyond just a bed, referencing my notes on art. It's a dialogue between Socrates and his student. And the bed at any other angle would look different, but the difference being only apparent because the bed itself isn't changing in structure, but the way that it's perceived and viewed and drawn, different angles would make it seem as such. So then there's two, and there's us thinking about that, and positioning the viewer of the bed, the painter of the bed, and I think of Van Gogh's room with the bed in it, and him changing slightly. There's how he sees it, or Picasso and cubism and how we painted different angles, which is kind of what I was doing, bringing together one more or less abstract interpretation of a plant or whatnot, but in that sense, giving it my own personal spin, standing in the center of a room, and all spinning around you, all angles, all perspectives, all time, and how to move beyond that cycle. Also, seeing that out. If there is anything beyond it, it's beyond the edge. Or we just simply start over and always build upon that same basic foundation cycle. But I think this whole art practice, and in scale, almost like a curly cue, a winding down, winding up, in a sense, from the lead up of projects that went into my value of everything, value of ideas, value of everything project, how I evaluated them and how they informed the names of my classic cycle. This is an anagram, and timelessness and distillation and getting to the core essence and the essentiality of those fundamentals and how we build upon them. And essentials line, I want to start back when I was in Brooklyn. There are pieces and patterns from still, but just elevating the essentials, mix and match, and the 8-piece wardrobe in a sense, and 8-bit current, and you take a basic sweatshirt and just slight tweaks, adjustments, and pattern magic. I talk about this a lot, so I don't want to bore people, but yeah, just a little bit beyond what it's known to be, I guess. So maybe that's the answer.